Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon to everyone. My name is Nova Tashkina binti Azaruddin and my matrix number is 225742. Today I will be presenting as part of the course Law in Forestry. Let's begin with the introduction. Forestry activity in Malaysia are guided by legal framework to ensure sustainable management of our timber resources. This framework serves as a foundation to promote timber sustainability, outline clear auditing process, and establish operational guidelines within forest concession. Two main systems involved are the Malaysian Timber Certification Scheme (MTCS) and the Forest Management Unit (FMU), both promoting responsible timber operation. The Malaysian Timber Certification Scheme or MTCS aims to ensure sustainable and ethical forestry through certification and auditing. However, there are several challenges that reduce its effectiveness. Firstly, there are minimal consequences for non-compliance, leading to weak enforcement. Secondly, logging continues even when issues are identified. And third, there an overlap with native customary right (NCR) land, which are often unrecognized, leading to land conflict. These challenges raise concern about the actual impact of MTCS on sustainable forestry.
My name is Alif Iskandar. My matric number is 224864, and I will presenting about impacts on indigenous communities and their right, enroachment on native customary rights, NCR land. So the report highlight frequent overlap between concession granted to sampling and areas of forest claimed as customary land in indigenous group. This one is actually, as an example, in Sarawak, many indigenous communities such as the Penat and Iban have long lived on the use forest land. So they claim area as a native customary land. However, the government often does not officially recognize this claim. So as a result, the logging company are given license to operate in the area that in indigenous group consider their ancestral land. So that is the simple example I can give. Um, so we go for the deforestation and forest degradation, which is the report alleges that Semling was simultaneously clearing land and for oil palm plantation while developing a forest management plan as for sustainable logging, a seeming violation for the certification process. So, which is known as cutting down forests while claiming to manage the sustainable harms the environment. It reduces forest cover, damages wildlife habits, and weakens the forest ability to store carbon and fight climate change. So we go for the conversion of forest to plantation. Semling's forest management plans explicitly state it would clear land to lease out 13 plots for oil palm plantation, which could be excised from their forest timber license. This one is for an example, this kind of land conversion destroy biodiversity and affects important ecosystem service like clean water, soil protection, and climate regulation. It's also lead to more carbon emission, which contribute to global warming. This area would be removed from their forest license, showing a clear intention to turn forest into plantation. So we go for the next slide, I guess.
Hi everyone, my name is Siti Aisha binti Azman and my matrix number is 223579. So we did the research analysis about this case study and now we're going to be talking about the improvement that we can do to minimize the impacts. So the first one is we can do for strengthening certifications and auditing process, which is the first one, we increase the auditor independence and vigor to make it transparent. And we have the proactive engagement between the communities and the companies, and we do also the monitoring, so by that they can understand the process and what exactly that they are doing there. Next is we can do for enhancing protection for indigenous rights, which is we can suggest for effective conflicts resolutions mechanisms by companies should be legally mandated and actively supported in establishing and maintaining effective, accessible, and trusted conflict resolution committees, so that properly inform communities of the process and genuinely address their concerns. Because the problem now is they do the this project without telling the communities, okay, this is the land that I'm going to do for plantations, but the land that they are touching is the land that where the communities is staying there. So that's the problems. So we must have this kind of protections to protect them. Okay, so next is we can do for improving government oversights and policy, which is to make it stronger regulatory frameworks. The government needs to ensure that is regulations and licensing decisions, and also we have to increase the transparency because like transparency in auditing process, including the public access to detailed audit report and corrective action plans, can make peoples, especially these peoples, will understand that, oh, actually there's something is going on and we follow by law and we're not doing it like suka-suka hati. So this is very, very important for you to follow every guideline and every rules and regulations that has been said there. So in conclusion, we have been talking about the report reviews significant shortcomings in the effectiveness of Malaysia Legal Framework for Forestry named MTCS and FMU program in ensuring genuinely sustainable and ethical practices. So despite their aim to establish a sustainability standard and promote responsible management, this system appear to be undermined by a lack of rigorous enforcement and accountability. So to improve the situations, strongly I recommend include the establishing clear and transparent thresholds for certifications, revocations, enhancing auditor independence and rigor, and implementing mandatory and independently verified FPIC process.